beautiful little unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is indeed the first time that you're on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name's Vanessa Somuayina. You guys know me as your big sis from the internet, as well as your favorite psychic reader here on YouTube. And in today's pick a card prediction, we are going to be delving into everything that you need to know right now. So if you have been feeling lost or unsure about what to do next or what's coming towards your life, then this is the perfect timeless reading for you to receive. And in order to help you gain clarity, I have prepared 3 groups for you to choose from, and I would like you to pick one of these 3 groups intuitively. Group number 1 corresponds to the Magical Dimensions Oracle deck, as well as the citrine crystals and the orange calcite crystal. Group number 2 corresponds to my Dark Heart Tarot deck, as well as the red jasper crystals, as well as the Tiger's Eye crystal sphere. And group number 3 corresponds to the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck, as well as these rose quartz crystals. But the timestamps to all 3 of these groups can be found below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section for quick and easy access from your mobile devices, your tablets, your TVs, as well as your laptops. Don't worry, at the start of each and every reading, I will explain to you why you may have intuitively chosen this crystal combination. That means that right at the start of the prediction, if that explanation resonates with you, you know that you are receiving the right psychic reading. So I am about to give you a little moment of privacy where you can just meditate on these 3 groups, so feel free to pause the video right here. If you need a little longer to make up your mind, I always recommend you pick whichever group that your intuition and your gut feeling is telling you to choose. And before we have our little moment of privacy, I would like to thank today's sponsor. Hey guys, it's your big sis from the internet, and you guys know how much I love to create content for you here on YouTube. This is why it is so important for me to give a warm welcome and a thank you to today's sponsor, June's Journey, which is making this psychic reading possible. June's Journey is a super fun hidden object mystery game, which allows us to time travel back to the glamorous 1920s. It's all about a super gripping detective story combined with immersive visuals that makes this game feel so interactive. One of my favorite things is that you get to creatively express yourself by designing your very own island. And as you're doing so, there are special events as well as seasonal content and unique rewards like secrets and albums. Having hidden object scenes that challenge your observational skills in order to reveal clues that can then drive you forward in the game is a great way for you to learn how to strengthen your intuition. Because on this channel, we love all things mystery, symbolism, and psychic, June's Journey is not just a super relaxing game, but it's also challenging in finding the hidden clues and gems and objects, and a really fun instant reward for sharpening your intuition when you get it right. When you level up and you get to collect rare items along the way. So if June's Journey sounds intriguing to you and you feel like this would benefit you more than just doom scrolling on your phone late at night, then go ahead and download June's Journey from the description box. You've got the link right there, or you can scan the QR code that you see on the screen right now. So if you love games that take you deeper and deeper into a mysterious storyline, finding new clues and plot twists along the way are your thing, then you won't be disappointed with June's Journey. I would like to once again thank June's Journey for sponsoring today's video. Now, my beautiful unicorn army, let's get back into our readings. Alright, you guys, as promised, I'll give you your little moment of privacy, and then I'll be right back to guide you into your readings. Alright, so by now you've hopefully been able to select 1 or 2 of these 3 groups. I will be getting into your readings with group number 1, which corresponds to the Magical Dimensions Oracle deck, as well as the citrine crystals and the orange calcite palmstone crystal here in the center. So if that is the group that you chose, then simply continue watching. And to my other 2 gorgeous groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamps. Hello, my beautiful soul of group number 1. You chose the Magical Dimensions Oracle deck, as well as the citrine crystals and the orange calcite. Allow for me to explain why you intuitively may have felt drawn to this group, so you can confirm that it's the perfect group for you before we move into your reading. Now, the orange calcite, which is the palm stone that we have at the center, as well as the citrine crystals, which we have on the outer perimeter here. We've got 2 little citrine citrine crystals. I want you to know this is a very powerful combination of crystals that resonates strongly with vitality, creativity, and attracting more abundance into your life. Orange calcite stimulates creativity and motivation. This is the perfect crystal if you've been feeling a little demotivated or you feel like a little bit of emotional healing is needed right now. It helps you feel more joyful and playful and to release old patterns and self-doubt and stagnation. That is what the orange calcite is for. And the citrine crystals are actually stones of abundance in the earthly realm. So if you've been wanting to increase your success in your career, I want you to know this so-called merchant's stone is said to attract prosperity, success, and abundance. It also radiates positivity, light, and more optimism, which is perhaps exactly why you felt drawn to this powerful combination of crystals and why you're here, and allow this to be the confirmation you needed that this is the perfect group for you. We've got a card that already needs to speak that popped right out as I was shuffling, and then we have a second message that I've just added in right now. We've got isolation and harmonic resolution. I want you to know that right now, any type of relationship, group number one, where you're having friction with another person, it can be a romantic partner, but it can also be a friend or family member, leave it be. Take time away from the world and be at home. Reconnect with yourself. Don't give someone the power over your emotions, because I see here within harmonic resolution, you can transmute any type of unwanted energy into positivity. So if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling upset, if you're feeling unheard or misunderstood, in a place of having your own peace, of being alone at home, hearing your own thoughts, you will be able to change those negative beliefs to positive ones. But right now, what you need to know is that you need space from everyone else to be able to do this. Because if you're always being confronted with other people's opinions, how other people feel, then you don't have time to make your own opinion and to form your own feelings. I see within Dreamscape that there is this dream work going on for you subconsciously. Right now is a really powerful time of you making your dreams a reality, but the only way that you can do that is if other people are not influencing you. You don't need to have other people's opinions about whether you can become the CEO of your life and your company, about whether you're able to be successful in your job and end up in a managerial role. Their opinions don't matter, and right now I want you to know the more that you just focus on what you want, the more that will become your reality. And sometimes distancing yourself from other people is the best way to manifest really quickly, because then you're only in your own energy, which is the only energy that you can control, group number one, and that makes you infinitely more powerful. With the wolf here, as well as this butterfly symbol, I see this lone wolf that knows what they want. So you've always been the lone wolf, the black sheep of your family, and in the butterfly, it's clear that it's because you have evolved way more than the rest of your family. You're a lot more self-aware, you're a lot more emotionally and spiritually in tune, and within perfect timing, I see that for you, group number one, the next surprises and big changes that are coming into your life are happening in perfect timing. If you've been waiting for a text message, if you have been waiting for a resolution, if you've been waiting to get news, I want you to know it will come at the perfect time. So the text message from the person you're missing will come at the perfect time. The job offer, or knowing what's happening legally moving forward in a legal case, it's coming at just the right time, and I see a lot of opportunity for more abundance for you as well. So what you need to know here is that opportunities are coming with perfect timing into your life, and if you feel like things are happening slowly, understand that there's a reason for this, and you're being prepped for the perfect opportunities, not just any opportunities. Next up, we've got there's something better. So your angels, your guides, the universe is literally confirming this, group number one. When things feel like they're not moving ahead as quickly as you'd want them to, it's because there's something better out here for you. There's something better, something more meaningful, something that you hadn't considered was even meant to be yours. And I want us to use our astro dice to figure out exactly what that is, by gaining clarity over which house is affected in your birth chart. So we've got the third house, which also rules Gemini, which is the third sign of the zodiac, and this house refers to communication and siblings. And I want you to know here that literally there's something better coming for you. You are meant to have better opportunities than your siblings and close friends, and it is because your communication skills are just higher. But you've also spent more time working on it, so don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad for the fact that you are winning and some other people might not be winning. You also have your seasons where you feel like everyone around you is winning and you're left behind. It's time for you to finally win. And then we also have this Aquarius energy, which shows that because you're very innovative, because you've always been very original and independent, you just have better opportunities coming towards you. And I want you to know here that this combination of the third house in Aquarius shows that when it comes to communication, like, you are the one who always has the best, newest words, and you explain to everyone what things mean. You're the most eloquent. So you will literally use a word like eloquent, for example, and people are going to be like, what does that even mean? Or you're going to use an abbreviation like TTYL, talk to you later. And a lot of people are going to be like, what does that even mean? So you're the one who brings innovative communication to your friend circle, to your family, to romantic partners, and even to your job. So you are literally the one that keeps things exciting, that keeps things colorful. Without you, everything would be really bland. Group number one, that's what I see here. Ooh, all right, next we've got a message that clearly wanted to speak. You see how it popped out as I was shuffling, which corresponds to the phoenix. By the way, leave a fire emoji below in the comment section if you chose group number one and you're here ready to rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. So a period of crisis is actually just a period of you getting ready to be renewed, to rise and to claim new power. So the phoenix shows us here that group number one, if it resonates with you, that you've been through it. You've been through a period of crises, or it seems like a lot of periods of crises. Now is a time for you to have this renewed energy, because while it may have looked like the world broke you down, you have just been rebuilding yourself from the ground up into the newest, best version of you. And I see here within Beware that there's a reason you're receiving this reading at this time, group number one. It's because the universe, the angels that are here in the room with us, and your guides, I know it sounds very spiritual woo-woo, but trust me on this, they're telling you to be careful who you trust at this time. Sometimes it's best for you to not share too much information. Look how we've got the number 3 here, and we had the third house, which is the house of communication. So beware about who you communicate with. Also, the third house is the house of siblings, or friends that are as close to you as siblings. Be aware of what you share with people right now. Because what people don't know, they can't destroy, they can't mediate with, they can't mess with. And sometimes it's best for you to keep your love life and also your professional opportunities, how much you're making, how well you're doing. Keep that to yourself right now, group number one, especially as things are gaining more traction for you in your career, but also in your private life. I see some exciting developments going on. Don't share too much right now, okay? Because it is true, what people don't know, they can't ruin and they can't interfere with. Right now, focus on keeping your energy yours. Next up, we have got the sun for you. The sun and the number 30. It's like 10xing the number 3, and you've got the sun. 10xing, protecting your happiness, and it's just radiance and bliss. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. This is a beautiful symbol that goes so well with the crystals that you chose, group number one, because It shows that the more that you open your heart to the growth, so the more you think to yourself, of course I deserve the best, of course I deserve an amazing partner, the more you claim these positive things about yourself and your life, the more you attract more of them in. The more you accept, so that's divine feminine energy, that's energy of being able to accept, which is hard for a lot of us to do. A lot of us, we can't even accept a compliment, let alone a gift or a dinner or a trip from someone. Just accept, group number one, be open to receiving, because when people offer things to you, it's because they want to do it for you. And with transformation, the number 32, again a 3, I want you to reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. It's time for you to transform and to break chains of generational patterns and traumas that haven't been serving you. Those patterns could be that the women in your lineage and that you've seen in your life were overworked, had to constantly put up with terrible behavior from men or from their own kids, had to be self-sacrificing and smile through the pain. That is something that I see you're completely transforming. You're creating a different story for yourself than your ancestors had and the women in your lineage have had. So you're a pioneer. I'm getting pioneer energy. And again, coming back to Aquarius and communication, you're literally the type of person who speaks up for women's rights, for humans' rights, for rights of animals and the environment, those who can't speak up for themselves, right? Child labor as well. And I do see here that you are the type of person who's the perfect mixture between traditional values, but also very forward-thinking type of values. And the Chariot shows that you literally push forward change. The Chariot is a tarot card that communicates forward movement, that communicates positive change and aligning two different people with one another, two different sides. So you have the ability to talk to those who are extremely liberal and extremely conservative, get people on the same page, and push forward for causes that are more pressing than who's right and who's wrong, but immediate relief of those who are in need. So I have a very humanitarian type of energy here in the room that you've got about you, group number one. Let me know below in the comment section if this resonates with you, if you're the one who always stands up for people rather than thinking about political issues. You're more about, okay, who can I help right now on an immediate level, rather than just playing these games that you have to play, you know, in your office, that you have to play quite literally in politics. So not just office politics, but literal politics. But you're more about, okay, how can I do real change, not just on paper change? Now, the Eight of Pentacles is a symbol that right now, what you need to know is to keep working on your craft. You're getting better and better. And the better you get at your craft, the more you're able to be good at what you do professionally. Also, the more abundance you'll have, the more respect that you will see people giving you without you needing to demand it, the more opportunities are opening up. And next up within the Death card, don't freak, don't panic, group number one. This isn't a negative card, doesn't mean literal death. The Death card in the tarot is a card of transformation. It shows that what's coming next is a huge transformation in your life and a huge change. A death means that something old is coming to an end. So the way you used to live your life, old cycles, old patterns, old belief systems, and it makes sense with transformation that chains are being turned into birds, which we've got here depicted on the transformation card. And what used to be a chain is now your personal freedom. You are liberating yourself from old thinking patterns that you didn't choose but were passed down to you. And within the Four of Blades, what that shows is that you are putting to rest the old, which can sometimes feel like you are going against what you were taught, or you're going against your culture. It's almost like you're lying down and these daggers are coming down at you of feeling guilty, right? Because when you level up from your culture's belief systems to one that serves you more, but that also then means you don't identify with trauma from your culture anymore, but you want to win, you want to be successful, and you are not attached to old thinking. And that makes you different from your friends and your family. And that might sometimes make you feel alone. That's what I'm getting in the Four of Blades, and I'm seeing within your reading for you. Group number 1, I want you to take a moment to relax, continue breathing deeply, and relax your shoulders. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back for us to delve even more deeply into your reading. What I want you to do in the meantime is to relax. You don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to do a thing, and I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into your psychic reading. All right, group number 1. So let's delve even more deeply into your reading with some letters that you are meant to receive from Spirit right now intuitively. So we have U, E, E. Let's see what else that we're receiving here. We've also got S, so Sue. Sue is a very particular name. And I also want you to know here with S-E-E, we have lake in German, See. All right, but I'm going to keep this on Sue. Sue with an E for their last name. Also suing someone, right? Taking someone to court, suing someone in a sense of saying that they are wrong. And one thing that I want us to move more deeply into right now are the messages you need to receive in correspondence to this. So with the Four of Cups and Sue, I definitely see that sometimes you feel as though you are being sued for being who you are. Like even at your job, at school, you've been bullied just because you were trying to be authentic, trying to be who you were always meant to be. And the Queen of Cups shows me that you're the type of person who's really caring and giving, and that has been taken for weakness quite a few times. However, it has not made you hard, it's just made you understand that not everyone has the type of heart that you have. I also do want you to know here within Four of Cups and the Queen of Cups that this is a time for you to guard your heart from those who don't appreciate it. And next up within the Emperor, become the CEO of your life and your feelings ASAP. Don't wait for anyone to give you permission to do what you want to do. The Emperor is a symbol that in order to also attract Emperor energy people who are people that are not insecure, who are not intimidated by you, you have to be the person who's okay with losing individuals, losing friends, losing potential romantic partners if they don't respect you and if they don't treat you how you deserve to be treated. So I want us to delve even more deeply into some words that Spirit has for you. So as we've already received Sue and feeling kind of sued, feeling like judged for who you are, we've also got I and I. So now this is all about you, group number 1. This is all about you being the leader. Receiving a double I is literally a symbol for the fact that now it's time to put yourself first. Now it's time to stop thinking of others, but actually learn to be a little selfish. And being selfish, it's not a bad thing. It's actually something that shows that you value yourself and you value your own needs. I want to see what else Spirit has for you in form of a particular word, and we've received fear. Of all the words you could have received, we received fear, which is an unpleasant feeling of anxiety or apprehension caused by the presence or anticipation of danger, an idea, a thought, or other entity that causes feelings of fear. So you have been fearful to put yourself first, to center yourself, to be the main character of your life, group number 1. That's what I'm getting here from your reading, and I want you to know what this means is that you are extremely caring, you're extremely empathetic, and you're always very worried for others. When you have this very nurturing trait, it's attractive to those who are super protective. I see that here in the Emperor. You attract emperors because you have soft, divine, feminine type of energy. I see that in the Queen of Cups. But the Four of Cups also shows me that many times you feel alone, because until you have found that protector, that emperor person in your life that values your softness, and that values how transparent you are, how honest that you are, and doesn't use that soft side to their advantage, you might be alone for a moment. You might be alone or feel alone because it's like you're not sure who you can trust. Furthermore, within the Queen of Cups, it is really, really time for you to step up to the plate and be in the energy of having the life you've always desired. So stop settling for less in your professional life. Stop settling for less romantically speaking. Don't be okay with, for example, going on a walk date if you don't want to. Don't be okay with certain work hours if those are hindering you from living your best life. Because I see here in the King of Swords reverse, another person in your situation would not be as nice. And that doesn't mean don't be nice, group number one, but you can be a kind person. You don't have to be nice. Being nice is out, being kind, but also having boundaries, that is in for you right now. Remember, this is a time of you letting go of the fear, clear it, and start to pedestalize yourself. Next up in the Four of Pentacles reverse, I also see it's time to let go of being stingy with yourself, all right? Get the gym membership, get the matcha, get the skin supplements, get the organic food, invest in your wardrobe, leveling up your wardrobe so that you feel good in the clothes that you're wearing, because you will see not only an increase in abundance when you show up confidently to job opportunities or even job interviews, but you will also feel so much better about yourself and life when you wear things that make you feel good. And that is not to say that, oh, you're shallow or you only care about looks, but how you look affects your psyche. When you feel like you look good, for some of us, that is when we're wearing clothes that fit, or when our hair is done, when our nails are done, when our makeup is done, whatever it is that makes you feel good, invest more into it. I'm seeing here in the Four of Pentacles reverse, you have been a little cheap and stingy with yourself and your well-being, and it's time to amp that up. Also make sure that you have a health insurance that works, that functions in the way that you need it to, just so you can have peace of mind. This is all about peace of mind. We are not in a state of need, group number one. This is just about you caring for yourself in lots of different ways that show that you value and love yourself. Next up, we've got surrender. Surrender to this, group one. Surrender to this being your time. This is your moment. You are the main character. Surrender to allowing this. Everyone has their moment, and right now it's a moment for people to give you a lot of attention. A lot of attention is coming towards you, and especially during big life events like engagements, getting married, having kids, or doing well in your career, a lot of eyes will be on you. Surrender to that, because that's what's coming next. In the She of the Lotus, I do see that when you are in this energy of winning, of exuding otherworldly traits, so it's almost like you are a light worker from another planet. Sometimes you might even feel so different than others that you feel like you're an alien. You feel like you're from another planet, like you weren't even meant to be on planet Earth. I just want you to know here that there's a reason why you feel this way, and very simply put, that's also why you're meant to have a different life than the average person. That's why your life is meant to turn out differently than your siblings' lives, than the lives of really close friends of yours, because you were just meant to have a different story. Group number one, it is what it is. Next up, we've got alignment. Alignment not only means alignment as in stand straight, okay, have a straight back. How are you watching this video right now? Okay, what's your posture like? but also feeling aligned with the people you surround yourself with. That doesn't mean that you have only yes people around you. It just means people who get you, who have the same interests. And if one of your interests is to be really healthy, then be friends with people who are in alignment with that. So people who are also healthy, people who also do a lot of working out, a lot of sports, who are in alignment with that lifestyle, and you'll get that result. When you hang around successful people, they're in alignment with success, and it automatically puts you in alignment with success too. And in the third eye chakra, your pineal perspective is changing. So you've got this third eye chakra, which is between your eyes, for any of you who don't know, or for whom I'm getting into spiritual woo-woo territory. Don't worry, this is not going to be too woo-woo, but that is an energy center that you're said to have. Chinese medicine, for example, works with energy centers in the body as well. And that is said to be a point where your intuition or your so-called gut feeling makes decisions out of. And your gut feeling and you trusting your gut feeling changes over time. You might notice that as a child, you trusted your gut feeling a lot more than as a teenager or as a young adult. And then from mid-20s, hitting your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, there are different times where you trust yourself and your gut feeling more, and there are times where you trust yourself less, and you have to work on regaining that trust. And I do see here that trusting yourself and your gut feeling right now, that is where you're meant to go, group number 1. That is where you are meant to be. Right now, if you envision how your life is supposed to be, what would feel like the best life for you right now, there's a reason you think that is best, and that's because it's meant for you. If you think it's best for you to live in a certain part of your town or city or even a completely different country, if you feel it's best for you to be married and have kids or not be married and not have any kids, it is because, yes, that is your destiny and you're going there. The Empress tells me here that we have this very nurturing type of multiplication energy of you, where, like they say, you give a woman a house, she makes it a home. You give her ingredients, she makes it a meal. You give her a seed, she creates life. So here within our Etsy Queen and the Empress, I want you to know what this means in tarot is that the things that you touch turn to gold. You can multiply your resources effortlessly. The Etsy Queen is also a sign that if you've been thinking of starting another stream of creating abundance for yourself, maybe it's Etsy, maybe it's Amazon, maybe it's your own website, don't be afraid to do that, because you can only strengthen yourself. That's why strength has showed up. Your DIY skills are amazing. They always have been, group number 1. You've always been very resourceful, and I want you to know that literally you cannot fail with this type of resourcefulness that you've got. So if you've been looking for a sign about whether you should just start, you should just try, you should just go for the business venture and the creative idea that you have that can help other people, do it. And the Six of Fields is a symbol that we will one day have this throwback moment where you're like, I remember I was receiving a reading and I was told to just do it, and I'm so glad that I did, because it completely changed my life for the best. I'm so glad that I tried it, that I took action, that I did what my heart was telling me to do, because look where I am here today. And if I wouldn't have taken the action and listened to my intuition and my gut feeling, then perhaps my life would have turned out differently, but I'm so glad that I did. So that is the message that you needed to receive, group number 1. We're at the end of your reading, and I hope that you found it insightful and that it resonated. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section, and wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. You chose my Dark Heart Tarot deck, as well as the Red Jasper and Tiger's Eye Sphere crystal combination. And for you to confirm whether this is the right group for you is that the Red Jasper, which is what we have here on the outer perimeter, and then the Tiger's Eye Sphere, this is a combination that's grounding but empowering. And it's a crystal combination that helps you to increase your inner strength, as well as a feeling of certainty in yourself. The red jasper is known as a stone of endurance, and it's extremely grounding and provides stability as well as emotional resilience during challenging times, whereas the tiger's eye is known as a stone of protection as well as confidence. This is a crystal that helps you to balance practicality with intuition, and it helps you to make wiser choices. So I will actually place your tiger's eye over here so that it doesn't roll away, and your red jasper crystals just beside it as well on our amethyst. So let's get into your reading. Figure out precisely what it is that you need to know. Okay, we've got the 10 of Pentacles that popped right out as I was shuffling, as well as the 9 of Pentacles that I pulled from the top of the shuffled tarot deck. Now, the suit of Pentacles is the suit of everything material, and a 10 and 9 of Pentacles is a really positive sign for your career, your abundance, and your health. The 10 of Pentacles shows absolute fulfillment, and the 9 of Pentacles shows that this is just around the corner. Stay the course, stay stronger for just a little longer, because you're unaware of how much abundance is actually here for you. The 10 and 9 of Pentacles combination, I am seeing that if you've got a new job opportunity or business venture that you're thinking of taking and investing time and energy into, you're actually going to find that it's really worth it, as I see here within the tower that there are huge changes that are coming to your life. Now, the tower shows us this very dramatic scene of something falling apart, and when things fall apart, it's for the better. I want you to know a department at your work or just a company that's closing, something that's ending, actually means more abundance for you. More time, more income from another place, and less of a feeling of working hard somewhere that isn't valuing you. I see here with the 8 of Cups that you're committed to walking away from feeling undervalued, and when you're unafraid to walk away, people realize that you're not a people pleaser, you're not a doormat, and you're being offered more money, more abundance at your job. And also, if you have this energy and you're, for example, a coach, or you work with clients, you have people that you work with, and they literally know that you don't just work with anyone, and that you're not impressed just by material gain, but you only work with people who actually value you. People become obsessed with you, they become obsessed with your energy, and that you are not like everyone else who can just be bought. That is something that I'm getting from your reading right here. Let's move a little more deeply into it. We've got evolution. That's exactly what's happening. On one hand, you're walking away from what doesn't serve you and where you're not appreciated. And on the other hand, we have your first cards that appeared that are a clear sign for that creating a life that's more abundant. So having more resources, more time, more ways in which you can travel, you can do the things that you want, and you just feel really safe and secure. And I see that it's coming from a place of not being afraid to let go a job, a business, or a kind of venture that was never designed to get you there in the first place. Now, within the Earth card, nurture, nature, if you've got a plant that needs to be watered, do that now. Group number 2, if you've got a garden that's unkept, it's time for you to spend a little bit more time out in nature and tend to it. And if you feel very disconnected from nature because you haven't had a lot of time to spend in the nature, returning back to it is something you can always do. Don't put so much pressure on it. Even if it's like a 10-minute walk in a forest nearby or in a park, connect with Earth. I want you to know here in the Starseed Elemental that when you don't spend enough time outside, you start to feel a little bit down. So if you've been feeling depressed and you don't know why, it's because you're lacking vitamin D, you're lacking fresh air, you're lacking a connection to nature. And the Starseed Elemental also shows me that you just being on your laptop the whole entire day is not good for you, it's not healthy for you. And within loving compassion, find a way to take yourself out of that. I know For a lot of us, we have to for our work. For a lot of us, we don't have a choice. But even just doing meditations in between your work, having lunch dates with people where you can spend time out in nature, and taking time to make your work setup as comfortable and effective as possible. For me, for example, I bought myself a walking pad, so I still get movement even while I'm editing videos or I'm responding to emails or I am doing other types of work. I am still being active, I still get my body moving, and I get those steps in every single day. So be compassionate with yourself and get creative on ways how you can make your work benefit you. So not just working to make a living, but moving your body, being out in nature, work just being like a side thing, but the main quest is a life that's fulfilling. I see really great luck for you, group number 2. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. So any opportunity that comes to you right after you have received the psychic reading, you will be lucky with that opportunity. The job, you'll get it. The romantic partner, the person reaching out to you who's crushing on you, that is someone that you can build with. Next up, we've got the plane. I do also see that this is a really lucky time for you to go on vacation. You'll get an upgrade to, for example, business class, first class. I see that a journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically, and your life will become more full from this. Going on a journey, going on a plane and traveling is filling your life up in a way that not only do you need, but you deserve, group number 2, because it's been a minute since you've gotten on a plane and gone on a trip that you really enjoyed and that was just for you to have a great time and to also switch off from day-to-day life. And with the plane, I see here, and luck, that a trip coming your way where expenses are covered. You have the flight that's covered or the hotel, you're getting upgrades, you're getting free foods, free drinks. And I want you to know here within the snake that the next message you are meant to receive is that your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Just be careful in the sense of, remember, a snake is a snake. Even if it sheds its skin, it is still a snake. And as a snake owner, you know I love snakes, but you also get what that metaphor means. If someone has showed you their true colors of being a green tree python, then it's time for you to best believe they are a green tree python. And one thing about snakes is that they're not social creatures. They look out for themselves. So I see someone who just looks out for themselves that you should be aware of. Don't tell them about your trip. Don't tell them it's happening, because they are going to make you feel unsure about the trip. And actually your angels and your spirit guides are telling you, go for the trip, go for the vacation. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You deserve the break and you deserve the time away, because guess what? You're a gorgeous little unicorn. We've also got master number 33 with our unicorn oracle card. The message we're receiving here is success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. Group number 2, just believe that you can and you will. There's a reason why a lot of the great minds in history have said, if you believe that you can or you can't, you are right. Mindset is so important. And in the unicorn, I see that you have a really unique mind. It's your most attractive trait. It's your most attractive feature. Anyone who meets you will be able to say to you, yeah, you might look amazing on the external plane, you might look amazing on the outside, but man, what's really attractive about you is what's going on the inside. It's what's going on in your brain. Your mind just works differently. Your thought process is different to other people's. And I see here within releasing that there's a purification coming for you where you're letting go of limiting beliefs that were passed down to you about going on vacations and having breaks. If you grew up in a family where vacations weren't as celebrated or they weren't the norm. Perhaps you saw your mom or your dad be really overworked and need a vacation and never take it. I see that you are rewriting what is normal. You're rewriting the patterns because you don't want that to be the norm for you, and you don't want to pass that down because you understand that an important part of manifestation and prosperity and good fortune is to take your pure intentions of creating an amazing life and actually feel it, actually do something about it, actually create the life that you want by setting an amazing example, group number 2. And moving a little more deeply into your reading, we are going to do so with our astro dice, and I want to see exactly what part of your life, what house from your birth chart is most affected. So we've got the first house, which is the house that rules Aries, and this is the house of the persona that people see on the outside. So I see that your vibe, your look, your external is changing, and I want to see exactly how it's changing too. Okay, so here we received the zodiac sign Capricorn. Capricorn is a earth sign, a hard-working earth sign ruled by Saturn. It's a very ambitious type of sign that is really able to work to its bone if it needs to. And combining that with how you look on the outside, you look like someone who works really, really hard. You dress appropriately for your work. You look smart. You look elegant. People view you as someone who is still going to go really far. People view you as someone who still has a lot to accomplish and who will be extremely successful because you're so hardworking and ambitious. So it's no joke to be around you. It's not for the faint-hearted. That's the energy that I'm getting. And I want us to just figure out what else Spirit needs you to understand here by just receiving a word, European. All right, so either you are European or you must go to Europe. Somebody who comes from Europe or is of European descent, a supporter of the principles and ideals of the European Union. You guys know that I myself live in Zurich, Switzerland, which is in Europe. And here within European, I do see that your hard work is going to give you a lot of European experiences with travel, with work, where you don't have to overthink whether you can afford it, whether you're meant to, but it is just literally part of you growing, seeing other sides of the world, other countries, and you're going to enjoy that. That's what you need to know is coming next, and that is your destiny. I'm getting literally a summer house in Europe, Italy, France. I see a European lover that you're meant to be with because you're always meant to have some sort of strong connection to Europe. Now, group number 2, we do have more messages destined for you to receive right now. I can sense it. You don't have to lift a finger or do a thing. Just simply leave a unicorn emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you're here and that you chose group number 2. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back for us to delve even more deeply into your reading. And of course, you don't have to lift a finger or do a thing. Just continue to relax, lean back, and enjoy your psychic reading. Welcome back, group number 2. Let's move a little more deeply into your reading to figure out everything that you need to know right now, shall we? We've got not the right time. We've got a peaceful resolution here, and also that there is something better. So right now, if you're thinking of breaking up with someone, a friendship, a relationship, it can even be a work contract, right now is not the right time to do so. Give things a little bit more time, group number 2, as I see that there is a better way to have a peaceful resolution because there's something better out here. If there's a lot of feelings, finances involved, it's best to sometimes give things time to rest and not make decisions from an emotional place. That is the message that I'm receiving here for you. And let's see what else that we're getting. Oh, we've got recover. First, give the situation in your lifetime to recover, to extract something from a source, to reclaim useful substances from waste, or refuse to obtain something by the ruling of a court, to be successful in a lawsuit, Take time to recover for success in any type of lawsuit. Take time to obtain the information that you need and then go in and win. That's the message I'm getting for you, group number 2. So a very clear sign for you to take a step back from going full force with decision making right now. So wait, let things come to you. And we've got the Dawn of Rings, which is a symbol of, in the earthly realm, reflection, taking time to figure out the angle that you want to do things from, either in your work project or legally, and making sure you invest enough time in doing research. Okay, so don't rush anything right now. Group number 2, I do see that you tend to be a very sensitive person, where when you feel rushed, you make decisions hastily and you regret them later on. And this is just a reminder, don't let anyone rush you into anything. Don't let anyone make you feel like you have to decide something immediately on the spot, because you don't need to do anything that you don't want to do. And I see that when you just stick to that simple principle, the Ten of Cups is one of the most positive cards you can receive. The Suit of Cups corresponds to the element of water, which rules your emotions. And the Ten of Cups shows us abundance, fulfillment, having everything that you want, everything you could ever need, not wanting for more, and at the same time, abundance being here for you. So when you just listen to your intuition and you also just take steps back to not rush yourself into anything, that is when you are happiest. Think about a time where you just did what you wanted to do and didn't let another person influence you. I do want you to know here in the Ten of Cups, like, you don't have to always think of others first. Because I see here within the Five of Cups that sometimes to avoid conflict, you just give in. And you just give into other people and what they want, but now is not the right time for that. You had your phase of people pleasing and of learning that that is not how you want to live your life and how you want to carry on. It's great you did that phase, group number 2, but now you're no longer that person. You're no longer that version of yourself, and there's something better ahead for you. Within Jupiter, this is the planet of growth and expansion. Jupiter is literally the planet that tells you it's time for you to level up from where you currently are, as Jupiter actually is also the ruler. Jupiter rules Sagittarius as well, which is a fire sign that takes action, that can sometimes even be very scattered. And within Jupiter, when this planet shows up, you're being told to channel your inner Sagittarius, because we've got a little bit of all 12 signs in us. And Saggy energy is decision-making energy. It is very optimistic energy, energy that is honest, that can sometimes be very relentless when Sagittarius knows what they want. And I see here within the 5th house, which is the house of passion, play, confidence, having fun, and by the way is also rules Leo, which is the 5th sign of the zodiac. Be so fearless in having kids, having fun, playing with kids, creative ventures, because I see like you were literally born to always thrive. You were born to always figure things out, and when you listen to your gut feeling, just understand you are always going to win, group number 2. I see with Jupiter that when there is a challenge, like your family expanding, like having fun playing with your creative ventures, like playing with making music, with writing, with starting an online business venture, another stream of income, whenever you turn it into play, you gamify it, you have fun with it, you become 10x more successful than when you're just trying so hard to make something happen, or you're trying so hard to make something work. That is not meant for you. You are meant to have a carefree life. You are meant to have a life of fun, of abundance, of having a good time. You are not meant to suffer, group number 2. You are not meant to do life on hard mode. And if you have done life on hard mode and you're like, I don't even know how I can do the rest of my life like this, there's a reason why you feel that way, and it's because it's not meant to be. I see here with an aqua aura that healthy communication in relationships is literally the bare minimum. Heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication, they help you understand and be understood. And the aqua aura shows us here that what you have to know is if healthy communication is lacking, or even in your family, you're like, wow, my family never taught me or my siblings how to do this, or wow, a lot of members of my family, they don't even know healthy communication. You're the first one, group number 2. And just because you haven't had it, notice how that doesn't mean you have to settle for lack of healthy communication. Just because you have not had it doesn't mean that you have to be cool with it with a romantic partner. In the Angelite, I can see that now's the time for you to join with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. So literally whatever it is that you love, it could be working out, it could be crystals and tarot, it could be loving a certain type of food. Go into a community where you can gel with other people and connect with other people who have the same interests, because right now, making friends and new introductions is important because it will bring you forward in life, in your career, and also privately. I see here within the opal that when you actually go to a place where people have the same interests as you, you sparkle and you shine because you stand out in a really positive way. Like if you love working out and you go and you wear an amazing workout outfit to the class, you'll get so many compliments, you'll meet so many new people. You like to cook and you go to a cooking class, you are actually going to be the star of the show because your personality just meshes really well with everyone else's who is there. And I see here within the opal that you are being guided to be bold and show your bigger than life self to the world. So be bold, group number 2. That's what you have to hear and you have to know right now, especially if you've been dimming yourself and putting yourself in a box, not because you want to, but because you felt forced to. Now within the emerald, we've got ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. The emerald shows that during this time is a time of feeling like putting yourself in a box you don't belong in because you don't want to outshine the bride, you don't want to outshine the teacher, the other students, the person whose birthday that it is. You don't want to outshine your coworkers because you don't want to feel the wrath of their jealousy or even the potential of them becoming really jealous. You just don't even want that to happen at all. So you'd rather make yourself small ahead of time. That's what I'm seeing here, that you have to become aware of, group number 2, to be able to free yourself from making yourself smaller than you deserve to be. Because group number 2, you were made to shine. You were literally born to be a star. And group number 2, when you are born to be a star, you have a target on your back, both positive and that also brings certain challenges. And I see here that your ex knows this. Healing from past heartbreak takes time, so be patient with yourself. And I do see that what you have to hear is the ex is coming back. You will be shook because you might think to yourself, I'm not sure they're really going to reach out again, but I see here within the X, you're either going to bump into them or they're going to reach back out to you shortly after you've received your psychic reading. And it's going to feel like it was destined to be. And I see here within the doorway that this is an opportunity that is about to present itself that can either lead you back to what you know with your ex or open the doorway to a new person. Because when your ex comes back, it's usually because they can feel you have detached enough from them to be able to let a new person in and fully love a new person. That's always when the ex comes back, and it's literally a test to show whether you have grown, whether you've smartened up, whether you've realized your worth and your value. And it's actually time for you to show that you've learned. It's time for you to show that you deserve more and that that's a door that you're okay and fine with closing. And I do also want you to know here what comes next is love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another, but I also see literal gifts being given to you. Group number 2, if gifts is part of your love language, which honestly, I don't know why it gets a bad rep, because giving someone a gift is such a beautiful thing, and your ex didn't give you any gifts. It's just even more of a sign when you think back that they were not for you, because you are actually receiving gifts moving forward in love. That's what I'm getting here. And one of the things that I'm seeing here within gifts is that receiving gifts is symbolic of finally being able to accept, finally getting over the discomfort of being the center of attention. Because I do see that many times you don't want to receive gifts is because somehow you feel like, oh, you don't want to be a burden, or you don't want to take from someone. Remember, you're not taking anything when you're being offered a gift and an opportunity. So I want you to learn how to overcome this, group number 2, because you need to start to learn that you deserve the world. You need to start to learn that if you don't receive the gift, it's just going to be someone else who isn't afraid to say yes to it. So group number 2, say yes to these gifts that are coming your way. We do have a few more messages that I can sense you need to know, so just hold on tight as I clear and cleanse the space one more time, group number 2, and we'll delve even more deeply into your prediction. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. So let's delve even more deeply into your reading, shall we, and see what else the universe needs you to know. Ooh, group number 2, we've got marriage coming for you. Group number 2, you are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. Marriage is in the cards for you, literally. So group number 2, if you have been overthinking whether marriage is happening for you, if you have been overthinking whether you are going to be married, whether this is ever going to happen, within marriage, be so aware of the fact that you are attracting this type of emotional fulfillment, and you're receiving the key to it. The key represents new beginnings, directions, and adventures that await you when you're ready to let go of the past. So letting go of an ex fully, letting go of what used to be, letting go of limiting beliefs that you had about your love life. That is the key to marriage for you. That is the key to getting married, to finding your person. And I want us to figure out what kind of person this is. Let's add the letters of their name into your reading. We've got T and S, or S and T. Steve, Stuart, Stanley, Stefan, Stephanie, and we've got A. So Stan, Stanley. I want you to know here within T, S, and A, these are the letters to look out for with your person and their initials. I want you to know this is not just a positive sign for marriage, but if you are already in a committed relationship, this shows you are unlocking the key to renewing your romantic love. And an STA, going to a place where you can renew your vows or renew the spark in the relationship and just make it even better. Now, the Knight of Pentacles shows us that this will come with some earthly means being needed to do so. So, of course, weddings, they are something that you will have to invest in. Even your marriage will have to continuously be invested in different ways, whether it's date nights, whether it's making yourself look and feel good for your person. And I want you to know within Temperance that you can do everything one step at a time. You can literally already start to put funds aside for your marriage, for your married life. You can put things aside together, create budgets in order to have the type of relationship where you're not stressed about earthly means, where you're not stressed about earthly abundance. And within Temperance also, I see that settling down in your private life means that there's no drinking, there's no going out, and there's not as much of an unhealthy lifestyle as you would have had otherwise. So I do see here that committed relationships over the long term tend to make you more healthy and more balanced. Moving more deeply into your reading, you've got the hero. So the kind of person that you're destined to be with is someone who brings hero energy to you and makes you feel very safe and makes you feel like they've got your back no matter what. In the hero, I do see here for you, group number 2, your person is someone who wants to be seen as a hero by you. They will do anything to make you happy. And within the hero, I do also see that creating this hero vibe is something that creates polarity in the marriage. So masculine and feminine energies, which are needed in order for the tension to stay high and passion to continue to exist. Because if you don't have polarity in a marriage and it's kind of lukewarm, it's hard to feel passionate about your person. And I see here within intuition that if you're asking yourself where you will meet this person or where you can go to make your marriage and your relationship better, to take things to amazing marriage level, follow your intuition on this. Follow your intuition on a deal that will come up for a trip and book it. Don't be afraid to do so. Within the scribe, I also want you to know here that you have a more deeper connection to the destined romantic partner you're meant to be with than meets the eye. This is someone that inexplicably you get along with them so well, and you ask yourself if you've known them in a previous life. Because there are also things you know and feel about one another that other people in quote-unquote normal relationships don't have or don't seem to have. The scribe also tells me here that what is happening for you is more knowledge that you are seeking out. So reading more and going out less. That's what I can see in the scribe and temperance. And it is the key to a healthy, happy marriage and relationship. And some of your single friends who are unhappy, they're going to complain. I see here in the 9 of Swords, they're going to feel like they're losing the control that they had over you. But I even am getting someone who is married and is in a committed relationship literally blaming you for no longer living the single life. And I just want to remind you of the fact that when you choose yourself, you will see who is truly your supporter and truly your friend and who isn't. And in the end, you're going to win. The World card is the final card of the tarot. It's the most positive card. Congrats, group number 2, because the World represents complete fulfillment. Complete fulfillment in your life of having the things that you've always desired and always wanted. And to receive this message just as the final message, the final tarot card of your psychic prediction, tells us that if you have been worried about where your life is headed, if you just wanted to know that everything will be all right, group number 2, this is your sign that everything is going to be far more than all right. Everything is going to be far better than you even imagined it being. Group number 2, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you found it insightful and that it resonated. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. You chose the rose quartz crystals and the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. And in case you didn't know, you might have intuitively felt drawn to the rose quartz crystals because this is a stone of deep emotional healing and attracting loving relationships while deepening existing ones. So making existing relationships in your life even better, healing them, making sure that you're not in arguments or discussions any longer. The rose quartz is also a stone that helps you to boost your self-worth and helps you to attract people that respect you in a way that shows that this can be a long-term connection, both friendships as well as romantic relationships. So let's move into your reading to figure out everything that you need to know, group number 3. Relax, chill out, this is your time. So we've got loving compassion, very fitting with the rose quartz crystal, as well as radical expansion. I see that what's radically expanding and getting bigger is loving compassion in your life. So being loved the way you want to be loved. If your love language is people texting you, calling you, being there for you, or physically being able to touch, hold, cuddle, that's something that is being reciprocated. If your love language is gifts, words of affirmation, you are experiencing all of that in way higher quantities than before, either because you're switching out romantic partners, you're finding someone new, or the person that you're with is learning how to become better at your love languages. And I see here within our ancient future that it's like this combination of knowing in the past what doesn't work for friendships and relationships, and then understanding if you want a future with anybody in your life, they have to learn you. They have to earn your love, group number 3. They have to make sure that it even makes sense for you to keep them around. Because if it doesn't make sense, if they're not elevating your life in some way, shape, or form, then they really have no place being around you. I see here in the Ace of Blades that what's happening next for you is a really great new business idea that's coming to you, and that is actually going to help you in order to focus on yourself more. Because one of the things that you haven't done so much recently, group number 3, is focus on yourself and your dreams. You might have even completely given up on some of your dreams because you thought, oh, I'm too old, perhaps my time is never going to come. Whereas here within the King of Pentacles, I see that for one, you're stepping into your King of Pentacles energy, which is leadership energy, which means that you are taking the reign of everything in the earthly realm that concerns your life. So business projects, even creative projects you've always wanted to bring to life, like music, like writing, like artwork, like your own website, like your own coaching business. I want you to know here in the King of Pentacles, you're someone who is guided by an intuition that is trustworthy. You know yourself the best. So don't listen to others about what they think is possible for you, because in the King of Pentacles, I see that a lot more is possible for you than you're even aware of. And I also see that you're attracting like-minded people and very successful divine masculine individuals. So men, basically, to not sound too spiritual woo-woo. Group 3, the King of Pentacles. Obviously in the King, we have this masculine energy. Pentacles correspond to business, everything material, everything earthly, and Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, if you want to get real specific on the signs. And I see here within the Sun, which is one of the most favorable cards of the tarot, these are the types of people you want to keep around you. The drama-free people who have got their head down, who are focused on their businesses and their careers. Those are the types of people that you want to pay close attention to in your life, because they actually add value. They bring knowledge, they bring great vibes, great energy. They help you with your own business. I see here in the Page of Cups a new romantic affair that's beginning with this type of person. Now, if you're already in a committed relationship, beware, group number 3, to not step out of your marriage or your relationship, because it's a slippery slope to having like a work husband and someone that you're crushing on at work who's very successful, who's the boss, who is in a higher up position than you. And these things can happen when you're celebrating successes at work, you're getting promotions, and before you know it, you're on a business trip alone with them. And there's a little bit of this romance feeling between you, and you're like, oh my goodness, what did I get myself into? For those of you who are single, of course, if you want to take this opportunity, if you want to get involved with this King of Pentacles in your life, do it. Group number 3, what is stopping you? If this person makes you feel the way that you want to feel, you can figure out the logistics around it later. The most important thing is that you're with someone who respects you, that you're with someone who prioritizes your relationship with them, and that they understand your worth and your value, and they have no problem proving it. They have no problem showing it to you by making sure that you are taken care of in every way. Now, the 8 of Wands is a sign that it's time for you to go back to more movement. Group number 3, if you have literally been procrastinating going to the gym, trust me, you'll feel a lot hotter in your bikini or in your work clothes, when your posture is good, when you feel toned, and when you've done movement and you're literally in your best shape. This is a reminder to focus on being in good shape and also having good form. Right now, as you're receiving your reading, are you slouched over? What's your posture like? What's your breathing like? Are you even breathing deeply? Because group number 3, I want you to know that how you appear can be changed in just 1 second by, for example, straightening up your back and no longer being in a slouched position, because you are a star, group number 3, and the thing is, you don't always remember that. There are moments where we all feel like we're not hot or attractive or the stars that we truly are. And this is your reminder within your reading. You are meant to feel like a star in your relationships, especially the romantic ones. And I want you to understand within the star that treating yourself like a star is where it all begins, and from there on out, it unfolds into the rest of your relationships. And here in connectivity to the Page of Cups, I do see that what's coming next for you is for my singles, being treated like a star, and you might feel like someone is love bombing you when they're giving you amazing attention. And ooh, we've got a card that popped right out as I was shuffling, which is the 7 of Coins. Yes, they're investing in you. They are buying you clothes, little accessories. They're taking you out for dinner, coffee, matcha, whatever it is that you like. And part of you is like, oh, this is really nice. And then part of you is like, is this love bombing? And for those of you who are in a committed relationship, I see the star happening for you. So your relationship getting better because they're treating you like the star and they're investing in you. That means investing energy and time into making your relationship really good. And the Knight of Coins is the knight of the element of earth. So we have a lot of this earthly realm elevating for you, okay? Everything tangible, everything finite, everything that has to do with your career and your material resources. The Knight of Coins and the King of Pentacles, which is essentially the same tarot card, just from 2 different decks. It does show that there are people fighting over you and fighting over your attention, group number 3. So don't be surprised. If even at your work, okay, people are fighting for your attention. You can feel boss, coworkers, everyone just kind of wants a piece of you. And then we have IE as letters of their name. Oh, we've got pi. Okay, so within pi, I do also see that a symbol, a really weird symbol, group number 3, but promise you'll remain open-minded. I do see something happening here when you have a pie in your office at your workplace. You're just having like pie randomly, so the food. And I want you to know here that when you're having this pie, a lot of things are going to become clear to you. If you've ever had a meal with someone or even by yourself and all of a sudden you had this epiphany, you had this aha moment, or something really important was being discussed, and I see that happening over pie or like a similar dish for you. I'm getting pie or breakfast, having a conversation over pie and breakfast. And in the 5 of Swords, you will discuss something that's been on your mind for such a long time. So I'm getting this romantic relationship where you've been wanting to take the next step, but you don't know how to bring it up. And it's just kind of like an elephant in the room, and you're not 100% sure what to do about it. You're not 100% sure how to bring it up. And the great thing is, group number 3, they are going to be bringing it up, and you don't have to do anything. I'm also getting pancakes though, so pie and pancakes makes everything better. And within the 2 of Swords, I do want you to know that will lead to you making a big decision. So sleeping over at a situationships or just a person's house, waking up next to a significant other and knowing that today is the day you have to make a big decision. Either you're going to move forward with this relationship or you're going to have to decide otherwise and put yourself first. I do want you to know here that what's coming next for you is that you are choosing what's best for you, group number 3, and that makes you really happy. I see that within the Sun card for you. And let's see what additional message we're receiving. Acquaintance. Somebody who is known slightly rather than intimately. Knowledge, usually slight, of somebody or something. People who are known slightly but not well. So I do see an acquaintance becoming more important here. Someone who was just an acquaintance and now they're elevating into close friend or close lover status. And I do see here that we have more messages to uncover. So group 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then we will move more deeply into your prediction. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to do a thing. Just leave your favorite breakfast food as an emoji below in the comment section. That way, myself and others know that you chose group number 3 and you made it to this portion of the reading. And I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into this prediction and get more clarity on all of the messages we've received and what's actually going on here for you. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. Let's delve even more deeply into your reading and figure out exactly what's happening for you. So we've got celebrations as well as the snakes. So what's coming next is a celebration, and you want to uninvite any snakes. So I do see you're solidifying a romantic relationship, or you're solidifying your job achievements, your achievements in life, and even something like a baby shower, you know? You're ready to bring new exciting things into your life to kind of have that bow on big life events. And when you unravel, when you take the bow off, that moment, the gender reveal, when you tie the knot, you know, your graduation, all of these moments in your life that you will remember forever, uninvite snakes from it. Why is there this pressure to invite people that you know don't have your best interest at heart or are low-key like frenemies and haters? Your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Just be careful. And you guys know I am a snake owner. Venus is my baby, but a snake will shed its skin but still be a snake, and snakes look out for themselves. And that is what I see that you're being made aware you don't need during times of celebration, because I see celebration and abundance for you, group number 3. The abundance message is about lucky times being ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. This is what you have to know, because if you've been going through a tough time, literally knowing that celebrations and abundance are ahead are sometimes exactly what you need in order to keep your head held high and for you to keep going with confidence. Let's move more deeply into it. We've also got the Fool card for you. The Fool card represents having the courage to embrace change, to take risks, and be adventurous. So I see that next you're going on a fool's journey, so you're going to a place you've never been before. And group number 3, the Fool might sound almost negative, like you don't want to be a fool because it means unintelligent, but in tarot, the Fool means a new beginning. It means being open to new experiences, to new adventures, and it means going somewhere you've never been before. And I want us to see what this means in relation to your birth chart and what type of house that this actually connects to. Okay, so we've got the 4th house, which is ruled by Cancer, and the 4th house is also about your home life, okay, about where you're rooted. So with the Fool, I see that this area of your life is experiencing a new beginning because of the abundance and celebration. Moving into your dream home with your spouse, moving quite literally by yourself, because you have a wave of abundance coming towards you, so you can upgrade where it is that you live. And then we also have the zodiac sign of Aquarius, so you're going to an eclectic place. Your living conditions are going to be very gentrified, so an up-and-coming spot where you're going to either rent or purchase a place where you're getting a great deal, and in the next years, the value is going to increase tenfold. That is the combination of the 4th house as well as Aquarius, as Aquarius is a zodiac sign of being rebellious, not being afraid to try new things, being independent, and also having a knack for knowing where the value truly lies. So that's what I see coming next that you had to know, that's coming as a really big change. Maybe unexpected, perhaps you already felt this in your bones, group number 3. As I always like to say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But let's move more deeply into your prediction. We've got isolation. Now, isolation shows here that because you feel like there are better places that you could live, that you could go to, that is why your living situation is changing, because sometimes you feel lonely. Sometimes you feel like you would like a little change of scenery and you would like to be closer to things and people that you love, and even closer to being able to do your best work. Now, if you work from home a lot, then a change of environment is necessary to be more successful. In the Gaian awakening, we've got a message of relocation. So preparation, relocation, and ascension. Right now, if you're thinking of relocating, for you, group number 3, this will help you to ascend. This will help you to do better professionally. Relocating is the perfect answer for you because, of course, we become different people when we explore. Look at this card that flipped itself right side over as I was about to shuffle. For those of you who are not listening in podcast style while you're driving or doing something in your home, but you're actually watching the video, within exploration, you saw it flip right side up, and this is literally showing you that your potential is limitless. Your potential is huge when you just change your environment, which creates a new thought process and new habits. When you live in a place where you are inclined to walk more, to go to healthier restaurants or even cook at home, to have friends who have healthy hobbies, then you become a different person because you literally behave differently. And if you do different things 24/7, obviously the results and the life that you create will be different as well. And I see here within wisdom that you have a psychic knack and ability to you, group number 3, and your intuition is really strong. Revealing psychic abilities is something that I can see here for you, group number 3, and trusting them more. Because you might have thought in the past, like, oh, I think I have psychic abilities, but you were not 100% sure, or you couldn't put your finger on it, or you kind of felt as though maybe you're being crazy, maybe you're being like spiritual woo-woo. But I want you to know here that the wisdom that you have is not just from life experiences, it's also because you have something within you that is unexplainable and that is psychic. And here within wisdom, your intuition, when you listen to it, it doesn't lead you astray. Where you run into issues is when your intuition is telling you one thing and your gut feeling is trying to steer you into a direction, but you refuse to listen. You refuse to allow your gut feeling to guide you and to lead you. That's usually when you end up in challenging situations. That's usually when you think to yourself, oh, I should have just listened to my gut feeling and I should have just done what I intuitively felt was right rather than what society has told me to do or what another person advised me to do. And the number one rule should always be to not take advice from people who aren't living the type of life you want to live. Now within the azurite, we've got deep emotional healing for you. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences. You are willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. Within the azurite, I want you to know here that literally your heart is ready to heal from past pain, past trauma. You have been hurt, group number 3, in ways that took a while for you to get over. And you're not yet fully over it, but the thing is, like, going to therapy or even investing in a beautiful journal and a nice pen, if that's more accessible to you, is going to do wonders for you. So the azurite is telling you what you have to know is to invest in yourself and your mental health. Join a community that is very supportive as well. A free one, a paid one, a running club, whatever it is that you feel resonates at the time. And within the clear quartz, we've got the message to let yourself feel all your emotions, group number 3. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. When you feel a way, stop dismissing your feelings. Stop making them small. Stop saying to yourself, oh, I'm just being so sensitive, or I'm overthinking this, or oh, I'm sure it's not that bad. I'm sure I'm just like reading too much into it. You're not, group number 3. If you needed for someone to finally give you confirmation and affirmation that no, you're not crazy, no, you're not too sensitive, you just feel things that other people either can't feel or aren't brave enough to actually speak, to actually say what it is that is being felt. That is what makes you different, a pioneer. That is what makes you the type of person that is able to change the world and to heal generational curses and traumas, because you simply refuse to carry those on. You're not going to make that the norm for your kids and your grandkids. The Queen of Swag shows literally you are a pioneer. You're the kind of person who creates new rules, because we've got the who run the world message here. And this is literally about you being a boss, about you stepping into Capricorn energy, of doing things that the women, the individuals before you in your lineage didn't have the strength or the courage to do. And I am also getting a lot of philanthropic causes and causes for women's rights, animals' rights, the planet being super important to you. Now, the Two of Fields is also a symbol of engagement photos. Why I'm slightly smiling, group number 3, is because Spirit couldn't let you go from your psychic reading without telling you that love and engagement, celebration is something that you've got in the cards for you, literally. And you don't have to share your engagement or who you're with anyone that you feel a little iffy about. Remember that within the snake. What people don't know, they can't ruin, they can't talk about, they can't put bad vibes on. So protect your happiness at all costs, especially your romantic relationship. Now, group 3, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you found it insightful and that it resonated. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section. And wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Go ahead and download June's journey from the description box. You've got the link right there, or you can scan the QR code that you see on the screen right now.